Hey guys, how's it going? So this video is for a young man named Kenneth Risen. It's not an attack video. But I wanted to make this video specifically for him because I had a message that I wanted to put out for him. Now, I tried to message Kenny in text message. He has me blocked. I can't, he doesn't see any of my text messages. He blocked me on Facebook. Now, Kenneth is a fellow Wilms tumor child, a cancer survivor like I am. And years ago, I connected with his mom because, we found each other through a Wilms, I think it was on Twitter or Facebook, I can't remember. But I found out about her son, Kenny, being a Wilms tumor survivor. By the way, his mom's name is Christy. I found out about Kenny being a Wilms tumor survivor. I reached out to her. We talked. We hit it off. We were friends for a while. And then rumors started going around about me on Facebook being this horrible person or whatever. And then we don't speak anymore. And just recently, I found Kenny on Facebook. I liked one of his posts. He sent me a friend request. I accepted it. We were friends for maybe a good 10, 15 minutes. And then he too read some horrible things about me on Facebook, which led to him blocking me as well. And he recently threatened me in a text message. It's an empty threat, if I can be fair, where he says, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to open a case on you and blah, blah, blah. I heard about you and the little girl, blah, blah, blah. So first off, Kenny, I appreciate you protecting your family, but the irony in that is when you call me your brother and then have the audacity and the unmitigated gall to block me over something that you just read, something that has not met its burden of proof with evidence, you're kind of in contradiction with yourself, not to mention you're a hypocrite, because if I am your brother, like a brotherly love kind of thing, you consider me your family, but yet the minute you read something horrible, you're quick to block me. So I want you to think about that. Now, this little girl that you speak of. Now, this rumor, mind you, has been going on for any number of years. Oh, Jared was inappropriately talking to someone on a video chat and blah, blah, blah. Well, first off, as I pointed out before, we don't know the little girl's name. We don't know the names of the parents. We don't have audio or video evidence. We don't have timestamps of the alleged incident. So why would you believe that? Well, I can tell you that this incident never happened. I don't know what these people are talking about. And you could very well say, well, Jared, you're just not admitting that which you would have a case only if it were actually real and I'm in denial. I'm not denying speaking to a little girl, but I'm denying the fact that this particular case never happened. There was no little girl that I had inappropriately spoken to. Now, if you want to say, well, Jared talked to a little girl, well, you're probably right. I have lots of cousins. I have friends who have daughters. I've never spoken a single blip of inappropriate language or any of that kind of stuff to a child, ever, a boy or a girl. So, when I ask for evidence of any of this, what they're accusing me of, no one can present evidence. We don't have names of the parents. We don't have a name for the child. And furthermore, this allegedly happened years ago. Don't you think by now that if I were to do such a thing like that, I would have been incarcerated? I would probably, most likely, be on a registered sex offender list, which I am not, and you can easily attain this information from the internet. I would have been incarcerated. I would probably still be in prison, using a computer to commit a felony. That is actually a crime. I would be in jail. I'd be in prison. That never happened. Okay. So, Kenny, you say you have evidence. Well, the thing about evidence is it only matters when you have it. So, in other words, you can claim you have evidence, but until you have actual evidence of me doing something wrong, then I reject your claim. You, like your mom and many other gullible people, have bought into this claim that I had been inappropriate with a child. This has been going on for years. You are another casualty of gullibility and ignorance, and you refuse to look into things and question what you're being told. You are another victim of groupthink. And I'm sorry that you would think so horribly of me. And so quickly. I mean, I thought we were, getting along, carrying on a conversation. I really am sorry that you would think the absolute worst of me. Because here I sit out in freedom. I'm not a hard person to find. I've made that obviously clear any number of times. So I'm sorry that you would think that I am such a horrible person. You read something on Facebook and bada boom, we all know that everything on Facebook is true, right? It's bullshit, dude. It's bullshit. So you believe what you want, but you're wrong. We don't believe everything until it's proven to not be true. You withhold belief until evidence has been presented. Something that can be independently verified by anybody, not just people who are making, claims or believe. It has to be independently verified by anyone and everyone. Now, if you look at the screenshot, Kenny, there are some names and some important information scribbled out on the screenshot, because I know what you're looking at. You don't have to show me. I already know what you're looking at. And foolishly, you're buying into it. Now, this isn't an attack video. I'm not attacking your intelligence, because you and your mom and many other people alike, you have already self-inflicted yourself by making yourself look foolish and believing things that have not been demonstrated to be true. Now, if this were a big deal, you wouldn't, first of all, scribble out names. What are you hiding? You would actually have a case if there was evidence to back up the claim, and there would also be names, like actual names. It's been what? I don't know. And I don't even know how long it's been. I don't count the years since lies occur. I don't. I have better things to do with my time. So, Kenny, seems you are convinced of this, and you claim that you have evidence, then present it. And I'm throwing down the gauntlet because I know for a fact you're not going to find any. What you have is evidence of a claim. You don't have evidence for the claim. And I think that's where most people get it wrong. Kenny, you are not the only logically impaired person out there. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You take after your mom because she believes the same stupid shit for the same stupid reasons. Well, everybody else is going along with this. Why don't I go along with it too? Well, you would be wrong. Much like your mom, she's wrong. Anybody who thinks that that is true, they are just factually and demonstrably incorrect. And here I sit in freedom, enjoying my life. So if any of that were true, y'all got your work cut out for you. You would have to find some evidence and then put it in a court case. In fact, why didn't the parents of the alleged child do this if they were so concerned? Bet you didn't think about that either, did you? No, you didn't. Because you don't understand the difference between you have evidence of a claim, meaning that, yes, there's evidence that a claim exists, but that claim in and of itself is not evidence of that claim. So in other words, you have evidence of a claim, but you don't have evidence for the claim. And the evidence for the claim is what matters. I don't care that you have evidence of a claim. Well, I saw the claim that someone made. Well, good for you. You know what, Kenny? I have thousands of claims of evidence of people saying that the earth is flat. That's evidence of a claim. Those claims have not met their burden of proof because we know with evidence that the earth is not flat. It is an oblate spheroid, and we have mountains of evidence to show for that. Do you see the difference? You have evidence of a claim, but you don't have evidence for the claim. We have evidence for the claim that the earth is an oblate spheroid. There's evidence for this. That's what makes the claim true, because it's independently verified. I want you to understand the difference, Kenneth. I want you to understand the difference between evidence of a claim and evidence for a claim. I know you're a young person. You still got a lot of growing up to do. But trust me, you'll get there. Okay? You'll get there. Now, as far as you wanting to open a case because I messaged your mom or your dad, whoever, okay, have fun, but they're going to throw it out. They're going to, no one's going to take on something like that. Because unless I'm actually harassing you, which I have not done, then you don't have a case either. So I would advise you, if you want to have a man-to-man conversation, to unblock me so we can have a conversation. Don't be a coward. Don't be a little bitch. Unblock me so we can talk. And if you choose not to do that, then I know that you're a cowardly little bitch, just like all the rest of the other cowardly little bitches who want to believe what they are told without proof and without evidence. Ignorance is not a virtue, Kenneth. That is the message that I've been trying to impart for any number of years. You'll get the memo. I don't think your mom got it, but I'm hoping she does. And I hope by watching this video that you'll get it eventually. You can hate me. You can think whatever bad things you want. But I'll always love you, kid. I'll always love you. You and I have been through similar situations. We both had Wilms tumor. We both had chemo radiation. We've been through it all, man. We have been through it all. I just can't, I can't understand why there are so many stupid fucking people in the world. I don't get it. Wake up, Kenny, and grow up. Peace.